which mountain was uncertain at this distance, but it was found afterwards to come from Mount Vesuvius, was ascending, the appearance of which I cannot give you more exact description than by likening it to a pine tree, for it shot up to a great height in the form of a very tall trunk, which spread itself out at the top of a sort of branches. I am Pliny the Younger, and these are my words describing the eruption of Mount Vesuvius at Pompeii. While I had many noteworthy accomplishments in my lifetime, I would rather talk to you about Pompeii, which is more interesting than I am. Pompeii was a lively city which suddenly experienced a catastrophe and is now forever frozen in time. Excitingly, we learn more about ancient Rome through explorations of the ruin. Pompeii tells us its story. Pompeii was a prosperous city on the coast of Italy, just a few days' drive from Rome. It spanned more than 160 acres, and more than 20,000 people lived within its walls. It was a vacation destination for the wealthy. Since it was located on the shore, Cicero, who was a famous statesman and lawyer, owned 3 properties in the neighborhood. Interestingly, the Temple of Isis was a prominent place in the city, a fully decorated temple full of valuable paintings and sculptures. Isis was an Egyptian goddess. Paintings and sculptures not only seen in the temples, they can be seen in buildings throughout Pompeii. The major businesses of Pompeii included fishing, bread making, pottery, and agriculture. Near Mount Vesuvius, the land was fertile for fruitfully growing grapes and was excellent for raising sheep. As a seaside town, Pompeii served as a trading link between mainland Italy and the world. The city was also home to 2 amphitheaters and a theater and hosted many vigorous gladiator fights. This rich resort city was a vital part of Italy until 79 AD. On August 24th, 79 AD, after 3 days of earthquakes, Mount Vesuvius, which was a volcano, not a mountain as the Pompeians thought, violently erupted. The explosion was unexpected. Towering 6,000 feet over Pompeii, Mount Vesuvius shot ash and debris 17 miles into the sky. During the portion of the eruption known as the Plinian phase, this phase was called Plinian because I, a 17-year-old boy living 19 miles away on the naval base Brecken, witnessed and recorded this phase of the eruption. Luckily, most people fled the city when the earthquakes began. Around 2,000 people remained in Pompeii. My uncle Pliny, the elder, traveled to Pompeii by boat to rescue trapped citizens. He died in the incident. As the ash rained down, buildings forcibly collapsed. Within 2 to 3 hours, a foot of ash coated the city. In the Plinian phase, or second phase, lava spewed down the mountain, covering and sealing the sediment below. The eruption lasted almost 18 hours, during which time my mother and I fled in Lycia. Because of the earthquakes, there was so much rubble and rock that it extended the shoreline. Everything and everyone was buried. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius entombed the city. Pompeii remained concealed for centuries to come. A new civilization, La Civita, was built over the forgotten city. In 1763, Pompeii digging in the area uncovered an inscription. Pompeii was found. Romans had curiously read my letters about the ancient lost city, but did not know where to look for it. Treasure hunters raided the site, damaging artifacts in their quest for valuables. Johann Winkelmann, who was later called the father of archaeology, helped to organize the relics as they were excavated. While digging, workmen found preserved eggs, fish, olives, onions, and beans still on the tables on the houses. They recovered clothing, money, jewelry, and other valuables. Carefully, ash was chipped away to uncover beautiful mosaics. Giuseppe Fiorelli took over as the director of excavation at Pompeii in 1860. He thought of a brilliant idea to make casts of bodies of the victims buried in the hardened ash by pouring plaster into the holes left by the decayed bodies. There were casts of men, women, children, and even a dog. Details of hair and facial expressions are plainly visible. The The display of these items and casts have made the city a popular tourist destination. Yet again, Pompeii and its people are hidden no more. Pompeii, as the world knew it, completely disappeared in 79 AD. Terrifyingly, the eruption of Mount Vesuvius obliterated the entire city. Nothing remained. Centuries later, the ruins were discovered and explorations continue to this day. This magnificent story, which is stranger than fiction, will fascinate people across the world for years to come. There will always be a shadow of the cloud that Mount Vesuvius threw over Pompeii.